Hi everyone, well certainly a long time no see, so time for an update video. I haven't been making any videos lately, partly because I was sick the week after I made my feeding video. I had some laryngitis, so I was talking in such a hoarse voice and I really wanted to, try to rest my voice as long as I can, so didn't want to make videos on that. You probably didn't want to see me talk in such a crappy voice. And my lawn business started, to be honest, spring never got here. It's like spring came and left. And now, today we're at 30 degrees Celsius, so over 85 degrees Fahrenheit, which is freaking amazing. So, anyways, today, I didn't do my bed, but anyway, I do have videos that I have to make. I did promise, I just really haven't gotten around to it. I had the mating video with the Picancerides. I have to do that. I have to mate the Choco Goldeny and the P. striata, the Mysore Ornamental. A new feeding video is going to be probably next week. Yeah, next week. And I got some cool molts to share with you. The first one being my Zenithus Imanis, the Colombian Lesser Black. This is Genesis. I thought he would mature, and well, to my good surprise, that he hasn't matured yet. So let me just show you what he looks like. He is exceptionally beautiful, as of course with all Zenithus species. Really beautiful species from Colombia. I mean, he's just amazingly colored. And he's just looking like $1 million. So let me just find my flashlight. Oh, there we go. And I have some other news to share with you after I show him. And just look at him. Look how pretty he is. He is not mature yet, believe it or not. And how I know this is I'm looking at his pedipalps, his feelers. Normally when tarantulas are mature males, they would have the bulbous pedipalps, and I believe these species should have tibial hooks on the first pair of legs, and when I'm looking at this one right now, I don't even see it. So he's still immature. He's probably around at least a good 4.5 inches, I would say. And these species as females gets to having a 6 to 8 inch leg span. So it's a really fantastic looking tarantula. Okay, so we have that one. As always, you can never get an intact pokey molt. And I noticed that in my recent feeding videos, Okami, who's the name of my mature female Poecilotheria ornata, the fringed ornamental, well, she molted as well. And I don't really see her. She's probably hiding out. I don't want to take the spider out because you probably know her by her temperament by now. She runs and bolts. So unfortunately won't be able to see her. There's little pretty Nia, my Goody Sapphire Ornamental, Poecilotheria metallica, one of my prettiest spiders in my collection. Here's also another pretty collection of a pokey. This one here is my hybrid, Poecilotheria ornata cross vitata. I like to call it the ghost fringe. It's an amazing tarantula. An update on my Black Widow, the Lactrodectus asperis. Still alive and doing well. She's really good after her egg sac. This is another tarantula that molted that you didn't really get to see in many of my feeding videos. This is the Brachypelma auratum female, the Mexican flamey tarantula. And you probably can tell by her webbing that she molted. This is what she looks like. This is a confirmed female that I got from Bruce Carr from arachnophiliacs.com. She is just pretty as you can be. Pretty she can be. Yeah, she's probably around, I would say, a good 3 inches. She's only about half the size that they typically get. They get a 6-inch leg span, very similar to the Brachypelma smithi, except they can be a little bit nervous in temperament, and they certainly are very hair flicky. So yeah, So this is the reason why she wasn't featured in feeding video 123. Just looking at her leg right here. She lost a little bit of color, but I'm not too worried. But the pièce de résistance was Talia. This is my Grammostola rosea Chilean rose hair. Now, you probably know Talia by now. She's always fasting, and I was itching for her to molt, and I think her last molt, oh god, when did I even remember that? That's probably like sometime in 2011, so that's almost 4 years that she last molted. And as soon as I left for work, I saw her on her back, and I really would have loved to get a video of that, but I had to go to work. So I'm just going to take her to the washroom to just show you how pretty rose hairs are. This is definitely an adult female. She's looking pretty. And I can't wait for her to start eating again, since rose hairs do fast. Okay. So let me take my tripod and put it here. Just give me a second. Okay. Since she's just freshly molted, I'm not going to touch her very much, or try it at all. But at least I get to show you how to sex a rose hair molts. It's pretty standard to most tarantulas. You can see there's the molts. Oh yeah, she is very pretty. Very, very, very pretty female. And there we go. Yeah, that's what a rose hair looks like. You can see that has a hot pink carapace. If I bring the light, you'll see it more. There we go. And almost pinkish brown hairs all over the body. I mean, she had a good successful molt. And it's pretty cool to see any tarantula molt for that matter. Alright, so I'm going to stretch out the molts. Since she just molted this morning, the molt is very fresh. So it shouldn't be a problem to, spread the abdomen open and give you an incentive of how to tell if your tarantula is a male or female. I like sexing by molt because molting is 100% accurate, so they either have the flap or they don't. So that's really the 100% way to tell. So let me just move my tripod. There we go. So if I were to zoom in, now this is the molt area here. Now if you look at your tarantula, the way to sex a tarantula is to look at the abdomen area, which is this part right here. So you notice that, let me just zoom in closely. These guys here are your book lungs. So you have, either the left pair or the right pair or the top pair or the bottom pair. So I like to call where the flap is in between the left pair and the right pair of book lungs. And if you have a female tarantula, you automatically look for a flap between the left and the right pair. Now, looking at this specimen, you can see that there is a flap right over here. Now, if you look closely, you can see two antennae that's appearing from the flap. Well, that's called the spermathecae. So this is where the male sperm gets stored. And I actually did a lesson on sexual reproduction. I was talking to my students about, oogenesis and the ovarian cycle, how females get their eggs. So yeah, this is exactly how to tell if you have a female or male. I mean, I showed it for B. smithii, I showed it for the Teocrate and G. pulchripes. It's all staples, and it also applies to true spiders as well. So all you have to do is look for that flap, and if you have a flap, then you know that you have 100% female. So Talia really did herself well, and it was really such a awesome sight to see her molt after almost 4 or 5 years. It's such a shame that I wasn't able to get it on film, but it is what it is. So probably next time I'll get this one to mold. I have a lot of tarantulas that are going to molt anyway, so I'm not worried. Now I am going to be getting new tarantulas probably at the end of the month, simply because I'm going to wait till Tarantula Canada supposedly is going to get some true spiders as well as jumping spiders, so I'm going to be getting those. It's going to be really a treat to see. I might decide to get some Avicularia in my collection. I'll try to get their sweet spot right, and as well as other tarantulas. I might go for Palma Recefi and stuff like that. And here's Bootsy. Such a cute name for my Avic female. My gecko is doing well. Here's my Trinidad Chevron, P. Cambridgei. Such an amazing tarantula. I hope this one's a female. I have, I think, Tatiana way at the corner. That's my Pocotheria Hanamavila samica, Ramashwarm ornamental. Here's Isabella, if you want to give an update on her. She is starting to get a little fat, which is a good sign, but I'm just going to mate them one more time to see if she gives birth, or decides to drop a sack. It's going to be like around 3 to 6 months, I believe, their gestation period, so it's going to be a long wait. And an update on Sasha was my Cantuscuria Brocklehursti geniculata. I have no news on that one yet. Still has the sack that she needs to make, or if she will produce one, I'm not sure, but I'm hoping. There's Dimitri, the mature male. He's doing well. Manandu chromatus, white striped bird eater. Did this molt already? Oh, let's have a look at that one. Oh yeah, I have to do a Mythbuster video on this one too. Not yet. You have the bald spot. You can see right here, even though that you have a bald spot, it's still not in pre-molt. The pre-molt has to have the darkish blue. And just a bald spot means nothing really serious. It's just tarantulas flick urticating hair as a sign to defense mechanism. And in my case, since I don't handle them or don't interact with them, they just mark their territory. So it's nothing really serious. The hairs do grow back when they molt. Yeah, she's really nice. She does need a molt. This is the second Nandu chromatus that I own. My first one being a mature male, and this one's a female. And yeah, I'm going to show this on an update, so you'll see them. And there's that Europlectus species of scorpion. Really cool. Oh my god, I totally forgot to show you my T. sturmey. It's been a while since you last seen this one. In my feeding video, you've seen that she or he was in pre-molt, so I have no idea actually what sex it is, so hopefully it molted, and we'll check it out. Okay, so a lot of hair flicking. You can probably see it. Alright, let's have a look at this one right here. Yep, maybe I can get them. Yeah, this is 100% T. sturmey for sure. You can tell that it does not have the patella hair, and also you can right away tell that the abdomen hairs is burgundy, so giving it the common nickname. Oh god, I'm itchy. Oh, yeah, I got some hairs. Burgundy Goliath bird eater. Nice size. I can tell that didn't really grow that much. Right now it looks to be on the 5 inches mark. That's only half the size of excuse me, what a real sturmey looks like. Alrighty, I'm going to close that cage because the more and more I'm breathing in those hairs, and that ain't good. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, so I'm going to use the soap and water technique and see if I can try to open up the abdomen. Soaked in water. Gonna take it out and start to spread it out. Alright, so basically just take it and be very gentle. Alright. Now, like I showed you in the rose hair molts, I'm looking for the abdomen area, so I'm just going to do that. Alright, so now I'm going to take my meat skewers and hopefully I could try to open up this abdomen area. Hopefully with great success. Oh man, this hairs. Aha! Surprise, surprise! I wasn't really sure about that sex. I kind of ventral sexed it to be male, so I do want to get a flashlight just to see if it's a female. Yes, it is a female. Woohoo! Little Jewy female. Now, how do I know that this is a female? Well, just exactly as I showed you in the rose hair molt, that you have the flap right over here. Let me just zoom in so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Yeah, there it is. The epigastric furrow, which means that that girl, well, that sturmy you just seen is a confirmed female. So you notice that on the T sturmy you can see the furrow here, and on the G rosea it's kind of very obvious. It's right over here. Awesome. So that's my video on the biggest updates that I have seen due to my lack of uploads. So hopefully you enjoyed this video as I did making it. So I'm gonna go take a shower right now and start to shower off those nasty T sturmy hairs. Yeah, type 3 is the worst with me, and I'll talk to you later. Alright everyone, enjoy.